So the snow is sliding slowly off the roof right here. And I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but there's icicles hanging off the snow. It's weird. Never seen that before. So, of course, in typical fashion, I gotta take this rake handle and poke it. Oh man, that stuff is solid. Ugh. That's gonna kill somebody when it comes down. It's like solid ice. That is nuts. I said I'm gonna do some filming. Oh. What are you doing?
Putting primer on the car.
Did you guys understand what he said? So, getting new quarters pretty soon. And he's getting car and primer sealer so he can start blocking it out. Because there's a lot of little spots like right there and dents like right there. That one's almost pretty much done. A bunch of little things need to be done to that. The wagon is the next one that's going over to the body shop. The 35, where is it? Way over there. That one will be messing with pretty soon. And what else? Kind of a boring video. Kind of a shop update, I guess you call it. Oh! Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. Sorry to bore you with a bunch of more, whole bunch more hammers, but this video is for Glenn NZ Mopar. That's New Zealand Mopar. I believe that's what it stands for, but anyways. So I'm doing some hammer restorations today, and I got this old vintage, what the heck is this thing? Plum, I think it is. Yeah, you can see how it's written right there. But got some handles for this one the other day. And man, it feels really nice in the hand, super lightweight, nice little panel beating hammer. And I'm gonna start polishing all this. The faces, you can see there's some spots that need to be fixing here. And you were asking about measurements on hammers and different sizes and whatever. And I forgot to do that in the video the other day, and I'm sorry about that. So I'll go ahead and do it today. It's Sunday, I'm not doing nothing. We just got back from putzing around town, goofing off. We went out and picked up some firewood and saw some friends out at by Heidi's cabin, or her family's cabin. And so we're just messing around, and it's awesome, beautiful sunny day out. So I went for a walk and walked over to the shop and figured I'd show you what I'm doing. So those hammers that you just got, that cheap set you were talking about, so I have the exact same set of hammers, and these were bought at Harbor Freight years ago, about 20 to 25 years ago, and I broke one of the handles a while back. And what I did, and all the Snap-on guys are gonna be all pissed off about it, and I could care less. What I did is I put a Snap-on handle on this thing, and it's like one of my favorite hammers now. It works really good. And you can see I shaped it like that, where it's rounded off. And then on this side, I shaped it like that. And all the different hammers that I have, they're all shaped differently because you use them for different, you know, on different panels and shapes and sizes and whatever. But if you're gonna be doing wooden handles, I highly suggest getting the octagon style. And this is the octagon handle here. And these are way awesome. They're so nice in your hand. And the thing is that when you're hammering, it doesn't let the hammer turn in your hand. Where this style hammer is round, and when you're hammering, it kind of spins in your hand like this. You know, the hammer will want to spin around or whatever. Same as this style here. This is kind of an oval. It still wants to turn in your hand a little bit. For some reason, when it has the octagon style like this, it has these edges right here. You can really grip onto those and hold on to them, and you know, your thumb kind of wraps around, and when you're hammering, even if you're up here like this, it seems like you're grabbing right there. It helps a lot. I'll give you some measurements on some hammers. And the other thing is, if you're gonna do like wooden handles, or if you're gonna do, you know, handles, I suggest wood like you're doing, because you can hammer with fiberglass handles or metal handles. And I do have some handles here that are metal. These are some cheap Harbor Freight set that came out a couple years ago. And these ones really hurt your wrist after using them for a while. And then the fiberglass handle, I do have some of those. Oh, right here. This is actually one of my favorite hammers, but it does have a fiberglass handle. And after using this most of the day, your wrist starts hurting also. So metal and fiberglass, no good. Wood handles, you could use these things all day long, and it doesn't seem like it bothers you as much. So the other thing is too, is if you can find any of these are one of my most favorite used hammers. And I didn't talk about these in the video the other day, so I wanted to show those. But these are really nice for shaping, and they have some, you can see you can kind of shape them the way you want. If I can get the camera to focus. There you go. And these are just awesome hammers. And here's some shapes, that way it'll help you out a little bit, the way they have the cutout on them. And then, sorry about that. And then here's some other ones here. And same thing, these are for shaping. These are more for shaping than they are panel beat, not panel beating, but taking out dents. These are more for shaping the metal than taking the dents out. But because of the shape, it's really awesome the way they work. Super nice. And you see these in a lot of shops in like England. These, for some reason, are really, really, really hard to get here in the States. And I happen to get both of them. And I think I paid $3 a piece for these on eBay. And that was a while back, but I was super tickled about that. One of the really nice hammers too is if you can get a style like this, it's where you have a small end and then a larger end. It kind of helps out a lot when you're, bending panels over or whatever. One of them that I've never seen before that I just picked up, I also got this on eBay, and the reason I got it, it was super cheap, and I got it in a set of a lot of hammers that I got sent to me from this lady, and she threw this one in on the deal. And this has a square, and this one here is round, but it's a real heavy hammer, and it's an auto body hammer, I believe, but it's, it's shaped like this style hammer with the square on the right, and then on the left it's got the round. But then the thing is it's just way heavier, so you can really form metal or move metal or whatever. I mean, it's more of a making metal bend and move and do what you want with it, instead of the other ones where you're, the smaller hammers like this, you're using these to, pop dents out or, high spots or low spots or whatever. And then, you got all your shapes like this that really help out or whatever. But I'm gonna try to do this with one hand if I can, because I don't have anybody here to help me film. So sorry about the bad camera work, but I'm gonna give you some measurements if I can. And this one looks like it's, so we'll say it's 1 3/8. This size here from side to side is 1 3/8. And then this guy is 1/2 inch right here. And you can see how skinny and tiny that is. And then this dude here is 2 3/4, and that's from right here, from this end to right here, where this starts. And like this guy, 1 inch on this side, and same. I believe that's about the same. That's about 1 inch on the radius, from side to side. So. What? Oh, stop it. But anyways, hope that helped you out. Sorry to bore you guys. Just wanted to do this video for Glenn at NZ Mopar because he was asking some questions or whatever. Literally, stop. And then I'm going to be pulling out all my auto body hammers in the next couple days. I'll try to get them pulled out and maybe do another video and show you the different shapes and whatever that I have, and some of my favorite hammers and the uses. This is actually like a jeweler's hammer, I believe, but I got this for $1, I think it was, at a swap meet, and man, it's super handy. Just nice, lightweight little hammer. The other thing that I was going to tell you is I don't like it when they have a real point like this. I just got this hammer a while back, and I use this side all the time, but I haven't used the pick side yet. So what I want to do is I'm going to round this off really good, and I like it to be like this. That's where I notice that it really helps you out when you have a pick end that's real soft, in other words, where it's rounded off really severe instead of having that real point on the end, because that point just, it'll actually blast right through the metal. This hammer I made a while back, and this here is a welding hammer that I cut off. It's about 4 inches, and this was just this is a connecting rod piece out of a lawnmower engine, and I welded this slug to it, and I turned that slug right there on a lathe. And I mean, there's tons of shapes that you can make these hammers out of, but same thing, I did a wooden handle on these. I try to have wooden handles on all my hammers. Ruti Customs, he was saying that he has some rat rod hammers, and actually I call these kind of my rat rod hammers right here. These, you know, the cheaper Harbor Freight metal ones, they're okay, but after I use them a lot, I'm like, I kind of don't like them because they're so heavy and cumbersome, and they kind of beat up your wrist real bad. But like I said, you know, I even have some welding hammers like this that I use for shaping and, you know, getting metal, you know, getting dents out and whatever. Here's another one that I made a long time ago. This was kind of a quick down and dirty hammer, and it actually, I really like it. And I put a weld right here so you got something to grip onto, because it kept turning in your hand, and it actually helped a lot. But this was like a ball joint off of a truck or whatever, and then I sharpened this down into a point, and then, you know, soften that point up a little bit, and then you can see this is it's got the ball on the end, and that was already on there, so I welded that to the top of this metal piece, which was a pair of Harley handlebars, but it worked out great. Nice little body hammer. And I know Kevin's watching, so I don't want him whining that I didn't show his hammer, but this is his monstrosity. We actually have a use for this in the shop, and it's kind of one of our favorite hammers also, and I was telling him about that. He took a claw hammer and cut this off, and he put this, this is the end of a camshaft, or camshaft off of like a small block Chevy or whatever, and welded that sucker on there, and it's really nice. It's a nice flattener hammer. That's what we use this for. And the pick, we haven't used too much. I do want to soften it up a little bit before I blast through some metal with that thing, because it's like a railroad spike or whatever, and it's a heavy hammer, but we end up using this almost like a dolly on the other side, so we can use it as a flattener, so it does come in handy. And it's a cool little, you know, he put my name on it, which I thought was really cool. He burned my name into it. I'm trying to get all my hammers all organized again, but like I said, I got a whole bunch of them I got to go through. So I'm going to cut this video short. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good Sunday, and, you know, appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Take care.